Greetings friends, welcome back to the channel. Tradition would dictate that today be another Be Heard bonus episode. If you're new here and not familiar with that term, a Be Heard bonus episode is when I revisit the comment section of my previous upload and highlight some people. But this week is not any other week. As I discussed on Wednesday, America is in pain. There is a movement happening in full force. And I felt that I could fill my online space with something a little more important right now. So I will be responding to comments from last week in writing, but as far as content goes for today, we're going to be focusing on action. Taking action for the Black Lives Matter movement. Okay? It's very important. So here we go. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do today is just shut my damn mouth and listen. Because that's a very important part of being an ally in this movement, is just listen. Listen, this is not your experience. This is not your oppression. Listen. So, we are going to listen to this brief but very powerful story from Instagram user Pop_Vasquez.
Real fast, son. My 5-year-old, she's been real huggy lately. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, she's just jealous because my little 1-year-old baby's always in my hands. You know what I mean? So I started calling my 16-year-old every day. You know what I'm saying? Bothering her, she tired of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking I'm just trying to spread the love equally. I'm chilling with my 5-year-old more, you know what I mean? Hugging her more and more. We hug a lot anyway, but long story short, I'm thinking it's out of jealousy because of a new baby. So she says, I tell her, I'm about to go for a walk. She says, let me go with you. And I tell her, nah, your arm's too short to box with God. I'm going for 3 miles. I'm going to have to hold you the whole time. You're not ready for that. She says, all right, well, just do me a favor, take this $1. And I said, I just gave you this $1. What you giving it back for? She said, so if the cops pull up on you while you're walking, you could buy them an ice cream, and then they'll like you, and they'll let you go, and you can come home.
Come on, America. We can do so much better than this. I mean, that 5-year-old little girl has the consciousness that her dad is leaving the house and might be hurt by police officers. 5 years old. And as a parent, I'm not a parent myself, but I can't. My parents have always told me that, all you want is for your kids to be safe and happy and to shelter them from emotional, physical harm. And for him to just know that his baby has this fear, and there's really nothing he can do about it other than hope we all step up and help him make it not a thing that his daughter has to worry about. Hence the purpose of today's video, action. So let's act for Pop and his daughters so they don't have to worry about him all the time. It's just not okay. So thank you for sharing your story, Pop. I very much appreciate that. I hear you. I see you. I stand with you. This next item is sort of a combination of action and listening all at one time. You can take action by following Black voices, brown voices on the Instagram, the Twitter, the YouTube. Crooked Media, who I have talked about many a time, they are fantastic. They have so many amazingly informative podcasts. Pod Save America, Pod Save the People, Pod Save the World. Just an incredible resource. They posted something on their Instagram about how to be an active anti-racist, and it suggested a bunch of different people you should follow on Twitter. I did it myself. I followed all of them, and after just looking at their bios and some of what they tweeted, they're all community organizers. They're all people who are really vocal about this movement. So I followed them. You should too. I'm going to give you a link to the list below. Now, for some more concrete action than just hitting a couple of buttons on the social media platforms. The next thing I would encourage everyone to do is look into Campaign Zero's 8 Can't Wait campaign. And what that's referring to is Campaign Zero has identified 8 policies that have been statistically proven when implemented into police policy and procedure, it decreases instances of violence and brutality. Campaign Zero has created this awesome website, super cool tool. You just find your city, click, and then boom, the list of 8 pops up, and every policy that they have adopted has a little check mark or green thing next to it. I can't quite remember. Anything that they have not adopted, that they have not included into their policy, but they should, is in red. Then right below that, they have the information for who you should contact via email or Twitter to protest and ask that they make improvements to their policies. It took me 20 minutes to do this. It's really not that hard, but it can make change. If we all send emails to our mayors, to our police chiefs, we can demand action. So do it. Join me. Don't just say you believe Black Lives Matter. Show us. And finally, keep your eyes on the ballot box always. Voting is our most powerful tool, our loudest voice. Good morning. I am spending my morning drinking my morning cocktail of apple cider vinegar and hot water, which sounds disgusting, but it's actually pretty good and it's good for your body and everything. But I'm doing that, and I'm watching If Beale Street Could Talk, which so far has been a beautiful film, like poetry, honestly, and very sad and very good. So highly recommend that one. And I'm also accompanying it with writing letters for Swing Left. Yep, the most important thing we must do to really make change, to really let our voices be heard, and to really say that Black Lives Matter to us is vote. You have to have your voice heard at the polls, okay? All the way down the ticket, not just in presidential races. We need to take it upon ourselves to be informed about who's running for mayor, who's running for city council, who's running for district attorney. These are all very important questions, and these are the decision makers. These are the people who are going to change policy and make, strides for our movement. So, voting, listening, absorbing, committing. I'm just doing this over my morning cocktail. Do it over your cup of coffee. Do the work. Thank you. Thank you, Amy, who had not yet done her hair. That was great. Okay, so those are our community organizing tips for today. Please, please, please follow along. Join me in action. I'll be posting a lot more on my Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. So subscribe, follow if you want to join me on the journey of being better activists, advocates, and allies. And I want to end today with another moment of silence in honor of Breonna Taylor. Today, Breonna would have been 27, but instead, in March of this year, she was shot 8 times in her home by Louisville police officers. These men have still not been charged, and that is a egregious injustice. There are many ways that you can support Breonna and her family specifically. Please, please take action for Breonna. And when we go silent for a moment together, don't just think about her memory, but what are you going to do in her name to make sure there aren't any more Breonna Taylors? Thank you very much for watching. Be seen, be heard, be kind. Black Lives Matter. No justice, no peace.